Hello everybody, my name is Obi. Welcome back to another Yonaha Media video. Today we are going to be talking about my issues with the animation industry in its current state. Now, not the animation community, because that would be a whole nother video in itself, because Lord Almighty, the animation community is something else. Anyways, but maybe you're thinking, how can I complain with things like Owl House, Arcane, BoJack Horseman, The Mitchells vs. the Machines, Encanto, Smiling Friends, and those are just some that came in the last year or so. Yet, I find myself wanting more of that quality of animation. And some may say, oh, there's no need to make such a big deal out of animations targeted towards kids. And to that, I say, who cares? Animation makes a fundamental impact on society because it's a heavily broadcasted medium. And boy, do I got a gripe with some of the things that animation has been offering us. So sit back and relax while we cruise through this today, folks. My smaller gripes are with a lot of ugly animated adult shows. I don't understand what the point of that is. Like, is it ugly so that kids don't watch it? Or is it ugly so that adults who feel insecure don't have to feel like they're watching a kid's show? Because either way, it's a stupid choice. Like, I don't think a child is going to care how much effort is put into the animation of a show, because you got things like Cocomelon where everyone looks pretty scary, but kids love that. But it's still a weird choice to make it not look good. Like, it's a conscious decision for them to not make it look good. And it's very oddly common to make a show not look good or the best of their capabilities, like Big Mouth, Archer, F is for Family, and Rick and Morty, to name a few. They're just they're gross and lazy, and it's a lazy way to animate their characters. Anyways, this was a short point, but on to the next. A lot of animation has become a soulless cash grab, and a way for the audience to feel whelmed by the time they leave the movie theater. For example, let's say anything Disney has brought up in the past 5 years. I've stated this once in my review of Encanto, but again, I must reiterate, for the lack of quality Disney has been putting out for their work, while also disregarding their animators' hard work. Disney making Pixar movies free to stream on Disney Plus while charging people for their lame live-action remakes is absolutely absurd. Anyways, back to my main point. Disney has been half-assing their projects to keep putting movies out every year for no particular reason. Not only that, but the constant push of their product placements, toys, merchandise, whatever they can get for their audience to keep buying their things, buy their merch. Come on, you know you want to buy the Olaf plush, take it. Take the Olaf plush, just take it, you My biggest gripe is the fact that most animated works have the constant theme of forgiveness and redemption. Now, that in itself is not a bad thing. Forgiveness is a vital tool for healthy relationships, but there's still a line to be crossed. If my villain, let's say Mr. Butters, liked causing people pain, but learned that pain was never the right tool or outlet of anything, and began to try and heal those they hurt. That right there, that's a simple, easy redemption that you can do. That is something where the audience can also digest it and go, that is so delicious and scrumptious. But having an authoritarian government dictator commit genocide and intend to commit genocide again, not the same story. Some of these themes would work better if the writer took time to fully flesh out the story they were working on. But not only that, if they just spent more time working on the characters redeeming themselves, maybe, just maybe, the story wouldn't have been so problematic. Forgiving your elementary school bully is different than forgiving the friend who backstabbed you and then ditched you only to come back and say sorry so that they can manipulate you further. Though it's not the same. Now I'm sorry. I firmly believe this is Avatar's fault for giving Zuko such a good redemption arc. People grew up recognizing the power behind Zuko's redemption and tried to make their own Zuko, but they failed to do so. Because Zuko never crosses the moral event horizon. Yet all these characters that you see in these movies or shows never seem to do that. For example, Steven Universe is the unfortunate biggest offender of this. Making their antagonists allegories for Nazis and choosing to forgive them is not a message kids need to be seeing, especially when at the time there was a terrifying return of neo-Nazis in the United States. And I don't know how to end this without continuing to ramble. So, I just won't. That's everything I really have a problem with. I think that this will either get better or worsen over time as we progress through animation. Either people will learn how to successfully create a redemption arc, or they will just make interesting villains who are just interesting and villainous. They're just gonna toss out that redemption bit. But thank you guys so much for watching another Yonaha Media video. I want to thank our patrons, Jason K and Carrie Smith of the Park Keen community. We all appreciate everything that you guys do, and we appreciate all of your support.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right,
ciao.
boys.